And yet still, even when he's on the cusp of beating him, even when, it's clear that Kamala's, DEI pick qualities weren't enough to make up for her manifest inadequacies, both in terms of core values and intellect and being able to articulate her actual policies, they still just don't get it. So have a look at the reaction on MSNBC after Trump's McDonald's skit has just gone around the world, and everyone, like Republican, right, left alone, are just laughing their asses off.
Oh, they're loving it.
But look at what MSNBC has to say about it. They're just so confused.
What is the logic behind this, going to a McDonald's? I mean, we know the guy likes Big Macs and filet of fish, and he's used the word love to describe the way he feels about the food there before. But what's this about?
There's no logic to it. It's a stunt. He has not put forth an economic agenda. He, as you know, appears to be not well, and he's engaged in some really bizarre types of activities during this campaign.
Like, it's just scrambling their brains. Why is he doing there? There is no logic to it. It's like, well...
It's just mixing with everyday
it's
people.
A stunt. It's like, you think it's a stunt? Yes, it's a stunt. You fell for it.
It's an election campaign, and election campaigns have stunts. And the whole feeling of it was lovely. There was a moment which we haven't seen in which Trump is getting really excited about the tin thing that they use to scoop up the fries, because you said you don't have to touch them with your hands. He's a germaphobe. Everyone knows he's a germaphobe. And he was really excited about this thing that he could serve out fries without touching them with his hands.
But even the fact that he understands the mechanics of McDonald's, like if you look at that MSN, and again, if you want to know everything that's wrong with the new left, if you like, and again, I'm someone who's trying to get it more in touch with the people it used to claim to represent, but just that sneering disdain that the hosts of MSNBC, who are the epitome of the sort of elite East Coast left, have for McDonald's, the food at McDonald's, people who eat at McDonald's, like the implication that, he's just so lowbrow.
Yeah.
They think he's just going there to eat. I mean, the irony is that they're sneering at him for being so lowbrow and stupid and mentally.
And that's what people love about him.
Whereas they are clearly so incredibly stupid, they cannot figure out that they are being 100% played by him. But again, that is everything you need to know about exactly what is wrong with the elitist left that actually openly hates the values and the pastimes and the jobs of working class people.
That's the point I was making about the feeling thing. I think Americans look at Trump and at Vance, and their feeling is, if this man was the president, if this man was the vice president, I'd feel okay.
Yeah.
This is someone who looks like he's been a president and he's done it for 4 years. He knows that this is a man who looks a bit statesman-like. He's older, and he's just normal and he's sensible. Whereas I think they look at Kamala and they think of her behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office, and they can't see it. They can't feel that that's right. So I think the feeling thing, the vibe thing that Kamala tried to use to whoosh her way in with no policies is acting against her, because the vibe and the feeling is with Trump. And Vance, young Vance, people are now saying, well, if Trump has a heart attack, this bloke's okay. He can take over.
We're not too worried. Of course, Trump did take a break from serving Maccas to drive through people, but he could not pass up the opportunity to talk to the press and put the dagger in Kamala, because as he has long told everyone, he doesn't believe for a second that Kamala ever worked at Maccas.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now versus...
Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your resume?
I never worked here.
You gotta love him. This is why people love him. He's so authentic.